so much side effects. I got love, I got peace, flowing like a river, joy all over me, yeah. Feeling like a winner, cause too long the devil had me down. Tell them that I'm no longer born. Tell the devil let go, you're no one of me. God in control of me, my lifestyle infinite.
Sometimes you just have to tell the devil that you're going. It's not really the name and them again, you're vexing the devil even now.
I don't want no weed, no deal with no kind of drugs. Just give me my Jesus, or wrap me up with his love. Some say this thing underrated, but I just appreciate it. Cause in Jesus I am blessed with so much side effects. I got love, I got peace, flowing like a river, joy all over me, yeah. Feeling like a winner, cause too long the devil had me down. Tell them that I'm no longer born. Tell the devil let go, you're no one of me. God in control of me, my lifestyle infinite. Let go, you're no one of me. God in control of me, my lifestyle infinite. I don't want no punching that does interfere with me lungs. Just give me my Jesus, cause that never get me drunk. Something this thing complicated, but I just appreciate it. Cause in Jesus I am blessed with so much side effects. I got love, I got peace, flowing like a river, joy inside of me, feeling like a winner. Cause too long the devil had me down. Tell them that I'm no longer born. Tell the devil let go, you're no one of me. God in control of me, my lifestyle infinite. Let go, you're no one of me. God in control of me, my lifestyle infinite. So I will do them no more, I will do them no more. Things I used to do, I can do them no more. I can't go there no more, can't go there no more. Places I used to go, I can't go there no more.
Can't go there no more, can't do them thing no.
Hi, what's up TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
There's a new taste in town. Maracas Bacon Shack at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook brings you bacon shack, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloo pies, and delectable sauces to tease your taste buds. Walk in, order with food drop, or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shack. Need catering? No problem. Call or email tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all the delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town. Corner of Roberts and Rosalino Streets. See you soon.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized, with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical. Expert care for your eyes.
The deals are at East Side Plaza. located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division.
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true you have batteries selling for $488?
Yes, Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Cloudnowell Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny,
do you have $488 to lend, man?
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Pastor Hannah A. Pabu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. For the program, God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the street, 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. A pleasant good morning going out to my entire family. Good morning to Ms. Sharon Felix, Mr. Dominic Romain, and their entire families. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, to all of our viewers online. For those of you that are always locked on with us, it's always a pleasure to have you guys on the inside. Let me say good morning going on to the management and staff of the street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. Pleasant good morning going out to my friends and family in Tobago. I hope you guys are locked on. Yes. So, today is Tuesday, the 8th of February 2022. And as I get myself ready to get into the online papers for today, let me see here. Right. Just in case, I'm not sure. Okay. So, headlines in the Express. He died in my arms. Mom screams in anguish over shooting of baby boy by Coast Guard. Venezuelan government calls for probe. First time out. Local government by-election, UNC set to retain Debe South. So let's get in on the inside and see what's taking place. He died in my arms. Venezuelan mother Darlevis Sarabaya and her two young children were seated among a group of 20 people in a pirogue that set off from the river town of Tocopita, Venezuela. UNC set to retain Debe South. United National Congress UNC candidate in yesterday's Debe South local government by-election. Kimraj Citran yesterday expressed confidence in emerging victorious. Don't risk your lives. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is continuing his appeal to our Venezuelan neighbors to not be encouraged to risk their lives and the lives of others in illicit, in illicit and dangerous border crossing. Gender-based violence unit at Barataria Station. The gender-based violence unit is set to open at the Barataria Police Station. COVID claims Police Sergeant Anthony Williams passed away due to complications from COVID-19 3 months before the anniversary of his third decade on the police force. Condolences to his family. No, my duty is not to ensure that people feel safe and secure. NAPRIMA Member of Parliament Rodney Charles has taken National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines to task for what he termed Hines' shameless abdication of ministerial responsibility. Arrested, 2 guns, ammunition, and drugs seized by police. Sisters stabbed in fight over boyfriend. Report crimes in Spanish. Children out to school. TTPS gives road safety tips. PM reaches out to Venezuela over migrant baby's death. So these are the stories that are currently making way in the Express at this time. So let's head over to the Newsday. And in the Newsday, UNC wins the Debe South by landslide. PP beats PNM. Anisette, Natuk will not meet government on OASA. Mixed reactions from parents on physical classes as younger students return to schools. South parents, students cautious as in-person classes resume. Girl 5 dies after gate fell on her. Principals, students happy to be back at school. MP Charles slams Minister Hines over remarks on citizens' safety. Kevin's dreams shut down. Murdered schoolboy kept lists of life goals. Wow. Minister, schools well prepared, students excited to return. Mom of murdered man, I warned him about tongue woman. So these are the stories that are currently making way in the news today. So as we head over to the Guardian, headlines in the Guardian: child crushed by gate. Girl 5 crushed to death by gate in Sangre Chiquito. Tragedy struck a family on Sunday when an iron gate fell on their 2 grandchildren. Now how that gate come apart, boy. Fire destroys 9 bamboo businesses. A devastating fire has destroyed 9 automotive businesses in Bamboo number 2 yesterday. Diego Martin residents want more police patrol after triple murder. Social media outrage over use of lie on woman after hysterectomy. Prime Minister Augustine hold 4-hour meeting in Tobago. Kamala calls for Hines removal. Appeal Court reserves ruling on $24 million CL Financial liquidator fees. ERHA to pay $100,000 compensation to woman burned in surgery. Hold a sec for me. So, High Court refuses to discharge PSC injunction linked to prison officers' promotion. PTSC workers stage protest over sanitization. Unarmed guards at mercy of criminals. Environmentalist seeks disclosure for info on highway collapse. Rowley Roger in tit for tat over invitation to meeting. Union leader accuses Prime Minister of lying in ESOP deal for Petrotrin employees. Migrant community in TNT calls for probe into shooting at sea. Excitement, nervousness as students return to physical classes. Bittersweet return to classes. Minister, successful return of students to face-to-face school. So these are the stories that are currently making way in the Guardian, the Express, and the Newsday at this time. So what I will do is I will open up the lines for just a little bit for you to give your morning greetings. My numbers are 342-0081, 466-5391. Oh, and remember, you can get us live on the Street 919 FM's Facebook page, also on YouTube at Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, good morning.
Morning.
Tobago here. Dominic, we are off. Bruce, we are off air, yes. Nothing as yet. We are silent.
Okay, I'll check it out.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Caller, good morning.
Big Brother Bruce, good morning.
Morning.
Praise the Lord. Glory, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, for a new day in sweet Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Brother Bruce, I miss your beautiful voice yesterday. I do like Brother Dominic's voice also, but I did miss you. Sister Sharon, God bless you. Wherever you are, hope to hear you today. Brother Bruce, give me one moment, please, to address the bus company. We are having so much trouble. I do use the bus to travel, and yesterday was the first day of school for the children, and I know they're drawing their salary, but the citizens are suffering as far as using the bus. So I'm Mr. Sinanan, Minister Sinanan, please do a little shake-up down there. They are being paid. They need to get out there and transport the citizens. All right? This is a call from a concerned citizen. Please, we use the bus to travel and they're being paid. They need to do their job. Thank you. God bless Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you, Brother Bruce.
Thank you. All right, so let me take this time to say good morning to Mr. Dominic Romain. Good morning to you, sir, and how are you this morning?
Morning. I am good. Sleepy, but all right.
This morning I will say to you, welcome to the club.
Yeah, well, I did that yesterday, and I don't know, you do that every morning.
Oh gosh, boy.
Since I had a little rain yesterday morning. Gosh, boy.
Yeah, that rain and all. Very good.
When you had to do it, you had to do it.
True, yes. Yeah. Well, I just finished up the headlines. Just to more or less quickly recap.
Okay.
Mom screams in anguish over shooting of baby by Coast Guard. That is in the Express. UNC retained DB South.
Big surprise.
Yeah. Again, boy, let me see. Yes. Well, you know that will be on all the papers. Natuk will not meet with government on Wassa. That is in the news day. Principal students happy to be back at school. MP Charles slams Minister Hines over remarks on citizen safety. And in the Guardian, child crushed by gate. Fire destroys 9 bamboo businesses.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. Prime Minister and Stanley Augustine hold 4 hour Prime Minister and Augustine hold 4 hour meeting in Tobago. Farley and Mr. Farley and Dr. Keith Rowley. Basically, Kamala calls for Hines removal.
What else is new? She did anything new yesterday?
Hi, boy. I was expecting to hear back and all over the return to school.
You got caught up in that traffic yesterday?
Which one of the traffic you talking about, Dominic? The one that was coming out of Carnage?
The roadblock.
That early morning, Dominic? The first day, all the children going back out to school, Dominic, and the children have to reach for a certain time because there's a timetable in place for when you come to school in order to have the process of sanitization flow smoothly, Dominic.
Well, apparently somebody didn't send a memo to the police.
The police and the license officers. I mean,
you know what they said they were acting on intelligence, and so when they get certain information and whatnot, and so.
Listen to me. Let me tell you something. Before you start with your show this morning, let me tell you something. I have the greatest amount of respect for what it is. The greatest amount of respect. You understand? I just always say let the officers do their job.
Yes.
I understand I do get involved, I do fuss up, license officers, same thing. The guys in authority, I have maximum respect for you all. You see, sometimes I think we need to think a little bit. Just a little bit, Dominic. Not too much, just a little bit. Because listen to me. Teachers and principals over the past week, right? Have been putting certain finalizing, let me say finalizing, certain things for when the children come out of school, right, on Monday. Right. Like in my son's school, they split the children and them up into groups because one, they don't want everybody coming basically at the same time. Right. So what they did, they put the children into groups. They let the parents know what group your child is in, and then you, the parent, have to say if that time for that group to arrive, if you are okay with that time, and then they will adjust the suit. That was done.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you have your child and you're taking your child to school, and your child has to reach for a time. And lo and behold, on this gracious morning, when all secondary school students, because it's from 1 to 6 form, all turned out here, came out to go to school yesterday, and the standard 5s who are preparing for SEA, right? So basically, that is your school force that came out yesterday, and based on intelligence, right? You decided.
You said that word guardedly by intelligence.
Yeah, you decided that tomorrow morning is a good time to keep our roadblock because based on intelligence, we have some things that we need to sort out. Now, mind you, Dominic, based on intelligence, I have no problem with you sorting out your business,
Yeah.
That could have been done differently yesterday. That traffic was ridiculous at that hour of the morning, Dominic.
Well, the amount of people that see their lives on Facebook took us all the police, so that I guess it was it had to be terrible.
Then here the next thing to right. With all due respect again to the people that own TDAs.
Yeah.
Dominic, when I purchased my first vehicle, I would safely say I would not like to have a TDA. Because of elements.
The stigma, yes.
from the time you sit down in a that taxi going your way and it have a roadblock, just prep yourself to go and lime a little bit. Yeah, because you had one time. And then now, again, to the drivers that are delinquent. Oh, gosh, you know you're on the road, you had to sort out this, you had to sort out that, you're driving on the people road and you ain't had things sort out. Come on, now, man. Or they just adding, because if you know how much people I see jump out of vehicles and started to walk. So that's to tell you, that person documents was not up to par.
Right.
So you have people in your vehicle and your documents not up to par. What's really going on with you? So across the board yesterday, nonsense. Again, maximum respect to the TTPS and to the license officers. Pleasant good morning to each and every one of you guys. People, we gotta get this thing right, you know. And the thing about it is, all you don't understand, you know, things like that is so frustrating, you know, because my niece and my son yesterday in the car, them studying, we go reach late, and children is die out, children is move. But Dominic, let me tell you something. Based on intelligence, right?
Yes, Bruce.
If it is I looking for a red horse with blue stripes, I not stopping the other horses, you know.
Right.
When I see my red horse with my blue stripes, yeah, you ought to stop. Everybody else could go about their business, because based on intelligence, I looking for a red horse with blue stripes.
Right.
You understand? And that is all I have to say. So Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. I am here. Yesterday, my son had to return to school because he's doing SEA, so I had to take a little time yesterday. I'd like to thank Dominic for holding it down. So guys, I do apologize for my absence. Dominic, it is all yours.
Yes, sir.
All yours.
Just looking for something in on this, huh?
As you say that, wait this boy. This thing with MP Charles and Mr. Hines, what really went on there?
From what I understand, Mr. Hines was interviewed on TV6, I think it was yesterday, by Fazir Mohammed. And Fazir was being his usual nasty, disgusting self. Posed a question to Mr. Hines, telling him something to the effect that his, as Minister of National Security, his responsibility is to ensure the security and safety of the citizens. And in that regard, he has been an abject failure. This is what Fazir told Mr. Hines. And Mr. Hines sought to respond by saying that it is not his responsibility to ensure the safety and security of the citizens. His responsibility is to ensure that the agencies who have responsibility for that, such as the police and the army and so on, his job is to ensure that they have everything that they need in order to ensure the safety and security of the citizens. Right? Now, Rodney Charles and of course others in the UNC and elsewhere would have taken issue with Mr. Hines' response, on the basis that their perception is that the minister is responsible for that. But in order for the minister to do what they are saying, the minister needs to become intimately involved in the day-to-day management of these agencies. Now, if the minister pick up the phone and call the police, they say interference. That's what they've been singing for the longest while, interference in an independent institution that is TTPS, and political interference of the Prime Minister and this one and this one. That's the point the man was making. I can't pick up the phone and tell the police commissioner what to do. I can't pick up the phone and tell the chief of defense staff how to roster and how to manage and what they're doing. I can't pick up the phone and do that. Because if I do that, then you always say that I trying to micromanage these institutions. So if I can pick up the phone and call the commissioner and tell him, go and do a roadblock here, do this, then all they will say, well, in the same way I could call the commissioner and tell him, go and raid Kamla house, go and raid Munilal house.
If it is he has to call to say that, then he doesn't need a commissioner of police. He doesn't need a head of defense. He doesn't need, who is the other persons underneath there? Well, he don't need nobody at the head.
Exactly.
Basically, so we back to that nonsensical argument again, right? And yes, I did said nonsensical. We back to that argument again, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Dominic, you ever had an argument with a person who hears every other word you say?
Yes.
Really annoying, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right.
We say, now you see, and there's a problem. The UNC will jump on every little thing, right? Because they're thirsty for something. As I mentioned on Sunday, in the absence of any significant corruption scandal or whatever in the last 6.5 years, they make mountains out of every little molehill, right? All of the allegations that they've made so far within the past 6.5 years, Morning Central, Jerome Moses, Namala Saunders, Eric Williams, Steve Jordan, and the rest of you, you know? All of the allegations that they've made, Bruce, you realize they don't ever hold on to it for very long?
Nope.
They will bomb the gun for about a week or two and then on to the next one. Now, if you truly believe that this claim that you made that of corruption is so true, this is something that could bring down a government, why would you pay it so little mind that you only talk about it for a few days and then you're done and you move on to something else? All the allegations of corruption that they made between 2015 to 2020, during the general election campaign of 2020, they didn't talk about these things.
Nope.
What they talk about, the PNM incompetent, the wicked and the evil, 200,000 people lost their work, people starving, people suffering, they didn't have money to buy food. That was it. That was it, right? But all the other allegations, all they make, what happened? How come that didn't feature? This was the first time in a long time that I can recall we had a general election campaign, and the main issue against the government wasn't the issue of corruption. But they like to talk that corruption talk, okay? So what else they will do, right? So is everything the PNM wicked and evil, this wicked and evil government, this wicked and evil Keith Rowley administration, and his war, and all kind of nonsense, right? So I sent you a clip there, Bruce. They didn't have a Monday night forum last night. The usual, not the normal Monday night forum. Mrs. Prasad Bisesa, you know, shameless. Anyway, desperate. So she decided to give her Monday night forum speech at the victory rally or the victory meeting at the office of the new councillor for, I think his DV South is the district, right? Demraj Sicharan, whatever his name is. So the clip I sent here is a little bit of what she had to see. You know, I can't believe that this woman was ever Prime Minister of this country. That she aspires to be Prime Minister again. Right? Yeah. So Rodney Charles will jump on that train and he will seek to, he's looking for mileage, right? Now, of course, the members of the literati going to jump on that bandwagon too. And you will have one or two members of the public business community and others who are anti-PNM who will come out to condemn Mr. Hines' statement rather than really analyze what Mr. Hines is saying. Analyze his substance and what he's saying and the point that he is making. Because you and I have made that point before, Bruce, that when they like to blame the government and blame the Prime Minister, you want to blame the Prime Minister for shortcomings in the health sector.
Yeah.
I mean, the point, when Dr. Rowley gets up in the morning, he doesn't put on a white coat and a stethoscope around his neck. Yes, he has doctor before his name, but he's not a medical doctor. All right? You can't, you want to blame Terence Day-Alsing, Minister of Health. But at the end of the day, if that is your mindset to blame the ministers and the ministers, well then why do we have RHAs? Why do we have boards for these RHEs? Why do we have executive management in all of these RHEs? Why do we have an administration in all of these hospitals and these different health facilities? Why are these people being paid exorbitant salaries, right? If it is that when something happens, you want to blame the minister, well then get rid of all the boards, get rid of all the executive management, get rid of every aspect of management in every health facility in this country, and then let Terence Deyalsingh be responsible for the day-to-day management of all of these facilities. So when something wrong and you blame him, you rightly so, because he is responsible for the day-to-day management. But we bypass the people who collect in salaries every month to ensure that things run well in these institutions, and we go straight up to the minister, the respective minister, or we go above that and we blame the prime minister. Right? And if it is that they try to get involved to micromanage, well, you have a problem with that. They're interfering with the independent institutions. You can't win with these people. You just can't win. But you see, that's it. They need to criticize. So, as Prime Minister said on Sunday, PNM is back in the battlefield. That he was resting for a year and a half, and he allowed them to play themselves. Enough is enough. This time they won't push back, they won't get pushed back. So we wait to see. Yeah, the clip there?
I'm trying to, the longest while I'm trying to get to play, I don't know why it's taking so long.
So I'm trying to get...
Because when I press it on my phone, it's coming up to play one time. I was saying if I just play the audio.
Yeah, it's just the audio.
Let's see. I don't know if it's.
Administration doesn't allow that. I told you one platform, I told you they cut the gate. They cut the gate by more than half. Yes. So that people cannot afford. They close the gate. Yes. But our young people seeking an education, they just do not care. I have been very firm on crime fighting. Our record speaks for itself, so the statistics, we share it on social media. I don't have to go it again. But before the last election, JJ always tells us elections have consequences. Yes, yes. Elections have consequences. And we told you that in an effort to fight crime, amongst other things, that we would create 3 ministries. Not just this one Ministry of National Security. We would create 3 ministries. A Ministry of Home Affairs, because it's so important. You can't leave it in the hands of fixing. You just can't. Not at all. A Ministry of Defense. And then we will reintroduce the Ministry of Justice. Through the Ministry of Justice, we would have been able to deal with the delays plaguing the justice system. In the Home Affairs Ministry, we could have dealt with internal law enforcement to ensure deterrents are provided, and this will involve action before the crime is committed as well. Fire service, police service, prisoners, E99 Command Center would be some of the units under the Home Affairs Ministry. The Ministry of Defense would have dealt with the protection of our borders. And our border with a heart-rending, breaking pain to see our Coast Guard. The Coast Guard of Trinidad and Tobago. Fire evasive action. Why did you have to shoot? Was that what you call reasonable force? Reasonable force, a young baby is killed by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. Ethelbert, resign now! Resign now! The Ministry of Defense, I mentioned, would have dealt with protection of the borders and dealing with human trafficking, guns, illegal immigrants and so on, illegal guns, terrorism, and work with international allies. In that way, we split up the arms of national security and have not everything into one person, into one ministry, which is a very heavy ministry, but instead 3 ministries to ensure the safety and security of the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
couple issues I want to raise there, right? One, the fact that Kamla Prasad-Bissessar is an attorney at law. Kamla Prasad-Bissessar is senior counsel, self-given, but senior counsel nonetheless. I don't really know what her track record in the courthouse is. Neither does Basdeo Pandey, as he asked that many years ago when she made herself, when she gave herself silk, and he asked, usually when a person is given silk, it's because they have a noteworthy track record in the courthouse. We don't know what her track record is, all right? But she made a pronouncement there on this issue with respect to the shooting with the Coast Guard, right? Mm-hmm. Based on what she just said there, I imagine she wasn't there, as far as I'm aware. I don't know that she's a Coast Guard officer. So just like myself, just like yourself, Bruce, what she's going on is what was reported in the newspaper, because as far as I know, an investigation is still ongoing, and there has been no conclusion to that investigation.
That's right.
So she has formulated a final opinion. She has tried, convicted, and is preparing to sentence the officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard who were involved in that incident. We're not waiting for any final report to hear, what would have led to them opening fire if it is that they, as has been preliminarily reported, the Venezuelan vessel tried to ram. That's what we were told, right? As far as I'm aware. Okay? Unless, I don't know if Mrs. Pasari says has information the rest of us don't have. If somebody in the police force, I know they have friends there, but anyway, I think the original investigation has to take place with the Coast Guard, right? Yep. But anyway, so you hear what she said there. If they had to use force, and if they had to shoot, and they couldn't do something else and whatnot, and the Coast Guard kill a baby and what? Now, what does that do to the morale of these officers, right? You don't know the story. You were not there. You are an attorney at law, as I said, and therefore, your responsibility is, as an attorney, innocent until proven guilty, right? Presumption of innocence. So, I wonder, after you've said that, if the final report comes out and it shows, well, look, this is what happened, contrary to what was reported, the Venezuelans open fire, whatever comes out of it, right? If what comes out in the final report exonerates the officers or justifies the course of action that the officers took, what is she going to do? You think she's going to come back on a platform and apologize and say, I was hasty in my pronouncements? No, she's not going to do that. What they usually do, they hide, they run. They say nothing further on the matter and just let it die a natural death. Because they know the supporters not going to say nothing about it. And the people who oppose them, they didn't probably talk about it much either, because a lot of people would not heard her say that last night, right? And she probably think of that. Well, the only people who really hear me say that is people who are inclined to watch the UNC's Facebook page. And maybe one or two members of the media, but they're not going to focus on what I said there. They will talk about something else, which is true. So me playing that, some people would have heard it, right? Those who listen here. But the majority of the population wouldn't have heard that, and so she will get off the hook. That is highly irresponsible of Kamla Prasad-Bissessar. And based on, you're calling for Fitzgerald Hines to resign based on a matter that had nothing to do with him. Mr. Hines wasn't on the vessel. Mr. Hines waiting for the final report just as you waiting for it, just as the head of the defense was waiting for it, and everybody else waiting for it. Right? So the next time now, when you come to condemn these officers, you know what some of them might say? Well, if that is the case and they want to come down and be, well, right? Well, next time we go out there and we see a pirog, let them come in. If they say we taken too drastic action, well, okay. We will see, we turn a blind eye. So we be patrolling and we see a pirog. Hey, fellas, go so. Forget that. Right? Because first thing they'll say, if it is anything, we try to engage them, people, and they try to and they do any evasive maneuvers, and we get in problems. Here, what? Let them go. And here, what? The borders porous. The borders open. What they doing? What the Coast Guard doing? They have all these vessels and they're doing their work. Okay? You don't know what happened, but you're running your mouth. You don't know what happened, but you don't condemn the officers and them already. That's the problem, and you are supposed to be an attorney at law. So if when your client come to you, do you do that? Well, tell me what happened. Okay, all right. Yeah, so you're guilty. Yeah, that is for a court of law to decide. It's the incident that isn't even got 2 days old yet. Investigation, I read in the newspaper yesterday, I think, where the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, is calling for an exhaustive investigation into what happened. The prime minister would have sent out a post indicating that he spoke to the vice president of Venezuela.
Yeah.
And they are seeking to fast track the presentation of the credentials of the new ambassador, Trinidad and Tobago ambassador, Edmund Dillon, so that they could formally engage in diplomatic relations with respect to this matter, right? So all diplomatic channels would be used to ensure that this is properly investigated. And it's unfortunate what happened. But again, we do not know what happened. The only people who know is people who are on the Perak and the people who are on the Coast Guard vessel. Okay? And until such time as that investigation is completed, Kamala Prasad Visesa is supposed to zip her lip. But you have already prejudiced the case. If there is a case to be had, you don't run your mouth on it already and pronounce and found these guys guilty. Now, my nephew is in the Coast Guard. Now, if my nephew was involved in that, and she come running her mouth like that, I would have been very upset. Very, very upset. You know? Because, I mean, he just went into the Coast Guard, right, recently.
Yeah.
The last batch they took him. And I was talking to him the other day, and I say, I hope you don't shoot nobody here. He said, no, uncle, I don't plan to shoot nobody, not me, I'm not doing that, whatever it is, as the case may be. He said, just that we had to use guns, but, you know. So, these guys don't go out there with the intention of wanting to kill anybody, because they know what the consequences are. Do you think they need a headache? So wait until, but no, you are such a responsible opposition leader. And then the second issue.
Stick up in, Dominic. We have to go to the break.
All right.
We'll be right back. So guys, keep it locked. We'll be right back.
What? Professional? For real? I drink until I drop. What do you mean? Anytime I have alcohol. What? Serious? I just have a fun. And I mean, when rum gets in my anatomy, I don't feel so alive. Drinking rum with a touch of drink, I don't start alive. I can say that I cannot control what I drink. That is a lie. There's no gravity inside. Everybody that thinks they hold, they be drinking. Yes, sir. Coming out the system as a professional. Only we drinking. Hey, so you just put. What's your song? What's yours? Hey, check it out.
a new taste in town. Maracas Bacon Shack at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook brings you bacon shot, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloo pies, and delectable sauces to tease your taste buds. Walk in, order with food drop, or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shot. Need catering? No problem. Call or email tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all the delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town. Corner of Roberts and Rosalino Streets. See you soon.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
TTMF Online Customer Service Center. That's where I go now for almost anything I want to do with TTMF. With my computer or smart device, I go online to ttmf-mortgages.com and voila! I can manage payments, request documents, or book an appointment from wherever I am. Convenience at my fingertips. That's TTMF's Online Customer Service Center.
TTMF. From here to home.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. Don't know.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
John chapter 8 verse 32 says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Tune in to the Street 91.9 FM every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7 p.m. for the program Walking in Truth with me, Pastor Gary Grant from Walking in the Spirit Ministries. Come, let's discuss how Christ Jesus can set you free. God bless you.
If your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed,
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out, as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108. Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 919 FM.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845-349-5178 or 342-7303.
There's a new drink that's transforming what you expect from a beverage. U-Juice is 100% natural and has the power of red ginseng, turmeric, ginger, and the world's strongest antioxidant, astaxanthin. Your new favorite drink has arrived. U-Juice, en route to the ultimate you.
U-Juice. I'm gonna drink bigger than natural boost.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. right here on the street 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
So guys, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy with Mr. Dominic Romaine and Bruce Wayne. So Dominic, back to you.
Yes, sir. So I was making the point of the second issue in that clip with Mrs. Prasad Sessa, where she talked about her solution to the crime problem would have been, as was articulated in their manifesto for 2020, 3 ministries of national security. Well, 3 are. So she would have had the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Ministry of Defense, right? Now, 3 ministries, Bruce, 3 ministers, yeah? Mrs. Prasad Bisesa has the record for the largest cabinet in this country's history, 33 ministers, when she was last Prime Minister, right? At the same time, while she was Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, governing a country of 1.3, 1.4 million people, with a cabinet of 33 ministers, you had Barack Obama, who was the President of the United States, governing a country of 335 million, with a cabinet of 23 people, 23 secretaries, 335 million people. Kamla Prasad Bisesa, country of 1.4 million people, cabinet of 33 ministers. I'll put that into perspective there, right? Central, you know, you are Chief Defense Counsel, UNC, right? Okay. So that's 3 people to deal with defense for national security in Trinidad and Tobago. Right. So the average salary of a cabinet minister was, I would say, basic, about $41,000. Right? So at least every month we're looking at over $120,000 in salary. Their base salary, yeah? For the Ministry of National Security, because we have 3 ministries. Of course, you need, each ministry would need somewhere to be housed. So right now, the Ministry of National Security is housed on Abercrombie Street, just a couple buildings from the Red House, right? 1 building, 1, Temple Court. Now, we always bump in, we come about how much money government spending on rent, yeah? 21 million for 3 years of Paris. Like too much money to spend. But we want to have 3 ministries under defense, under national security. 3 ministries. Okay. Right. So salaries, we had to pay rent. We pay the rent too. How many people own property in Port of Spain? We said that you're going to house these ministries in Chaguanas or San Fernando. Because you know they were big on decentralization, huh? That making sense. And central? But this government does waste money. But that's what she's telling you. So clearly she didn't learn her lesson from the first time. So she's saying to you, if it is that we come back in 2025, you'll have not 1, not 2, but 3 ministers responsible for national security. Yeah? Okay. 3 sets of salaries. But now they could tell you how that money could spend. Now, these buildings that you rent, Bruce, ain't cheap. Talking millions of dollars every year.
That's right.
But instead of, I'm pretty sure it's going to cost more than $15 million for the year. We're talking 3 buildings. But we're griping $15 million for a taste of carnival. And we could have paid public servants with that. They could pay them the back pay. I don't know how many public servants you could really pay back pay with $15 million. Because when you're talking back pay for public servants, it's usually in the range of billions.
Thank you.
Yeah, but $15 million we could pay public servants. That would have been great if that was the case. I mean, if salary levels were back to 1940 something, 1948, maybe that $15 million could work. Yeah. So, but in this day and age, no. That might be what, one department in a ministry, right? But that making sense to them, right? No problem. So we're on track for all who figure that Kamala coming back in 2025, as Mother Tuna Puna says, she's not coming back. But anyway, some people who think differently. So that's just one ministry there, right? We know what we got. Morning, what is his name? George Wilson. Yeah, Jerome Moses, if you're on the live, yeah, let me get a little more back in times now. I didn't give you enough Sunday. So we know what we got 2010 to 2050, right? We split the Ministry of Works and Transport, which has traditionally been one ministry, split that in 2, right? 2 ministers there. We pull a department here and a department there out of this ministry and that ministry and create the Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources. Unheard of, right? That's another ministry there. And then, so we had a substantive minister and a junior minister, which was Ganga Singh and Ramuna Ramdial. Okay? We create Ministry of Justice, Ministry of National Diversity and Social Integration. We create the Ministry of Tobago Affairs. We we created the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Tertiary Education. So I set a nonsense ministry so that we could create jobs for the boys. Everybody need to eat our food, right? We can have some people earning 41,000 plus a month and other people earning less than that. So let's be on a level playing. Let everybody eat. Yeah. So each one of them now is entitled. So who is not elected MPs, we will bring them into the Senate. You understand? So everybody now could buy big car, fancy car, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars, saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes and in VAT and so on. Yeah, every 2 years, we change the car. 33 of us, everybody need to eat something. Yeah? But this government like to waste money. And Central? Yeah. And then all the other perks that they get, whatever it is, go in the 98 report salary review commission, whatever it is, and see. Right? Whichever report it is, and see. Familiarize yourself now. 33 of them. Okay? And that is what she plans to do if you put her back as Prime Minister. Yeah. But as on that topic, right? Let me look at, because I know Central waiting to open for me to open the lines, waiting to tell us about who a landslide and a landslide victory for the UNC thing at the PNM Lake Summer. Alright. I'm gonna deal with that. Central. I know you're calling, you wanna call. Since Sunday you wanna call. I know why you didn't call yesterday. But anyway. So the results of yesterday's, and as I said yesterday morning, it's a foregone conclusion what the result of that election was going, that by-election was going to be. I drink my water, but I ain't minding my business, I'm minding UNC business. I said it was a foregone conclusion that UNC was going to win. Everybody knew that. But they like to say the PNM is a cult, right? So Central, I'm talking to you. You call Sunday to talk about the seat in Arima that the PNM lost. Now tell me something, if the PNM was a cult, as Pinal loves to say, you think they could have lost that seat? No. That was seen as a PNM safe seat. And just like how you all saw that seat, that Pinal Debe seat, that Debe South seat as UNC safe seat, right? But the PNM lost it. Because the former holder of the Arima seat was the now Member of Parliament for Dabadi, Omera. Yeah? But the PNM is a cult, yeah? Now, on the day of that by-election for that Arima seat, it was a foregone conclusion, just as we said yesterday, it was a foregone conclusion what would have happened in Debe South, that the PNM was going to win that, hands down. So some people ain't bother to go and vote, because they tell us, yeah, that PNM safe seat, we have nothing to worry about. You know, vote, what's the point? My one vote ain't going to make a difference because the PNM would that taken that as a long-standing PNM seat. That didn't happen. But the PNM is a cult, and Pinal. So, but we predicted what was going to happen in Debe South, and it did happen. But the UNC has nothing to beat their chest about, right? I'm going to tell you why. The results of yesterday's election was, out of an electorate of approximately 7,500 persons, the UNC got 1,650, the PEP got 175, and PNM got 25, right? Okay. In December of 2019, December 2nd, 2019, when you had the substantive local election, the UNC got 2,859 votes. The PNM got 103. So 1,209 people who voted for the UNC on December 2nd, 2019 didn't care to vote for them yesterday. Let me repeat that figure for you, Sanjay. 1,209 people who voted for the UNC in that seat on December 2nd, 2019 did not vote for the UNC yesterday. So when you want to call in, tell us that. Now, the PNM would have lost, let me see here, 78 votes. Probably some of that went to the PEP guy, and I suppose if PEP did not have, because that 175 people who voted for PEP clearly didn't care to vote for the UNC. So perhaps if he wasn't in the race, some of that 175 that went to PEP would have probably gone to the PNM. The showing would have been a little better. Okay? But again, foregone conclusion. So the PNM lost 78 votes because they got 103 in December 2019. They got 25 yesterday. And I suppose we could chalk that up to some people saying, well, there's a foregone conclusion in PNM. No matter. Can't win then. UNC cult. Waste our time. You even trying. So probably some people who might have been minded to vote for the PNM doesn't even bother to go and vote. Because they probably felt that it would have been an exercise in futility. It would have been what it would have been from the perspective of a victory. But at least we want to record the votes. Yeah? So 1650 Central. You know what I remember when I saw that, Bruce? The PSA election. 1,000 people eligible to vote and 1,700 people vote for Watson. And Watson beat the chest for them. Oh, I beat all the rest of them. All of them. Put all of them votes together and I still beat them. 1,700 votes Watson out of over 12,000. 1650 as opposed to 2,859 in December, less than 3 years ago. If you're calling Central, I will talk about that, sir. We'll talk about that.
You go calling down, Nick.
I want him to talk about that. 1,200 votes less. And it was the same thing in the by-election that they had when it was last year. The same thing, because remember there were five by-elections that took place with that seat for the Arima, because there was one I think in Point Fortin to replace Kennedy, was the member of parliament for Point Fortin, because he had to vacate his seat to become MP. And there were about 3 other seats. And in the seats that were held by UNC persons, Vandana Mohit, and I can't remember who the others were, the UNC saw a significant decline in the number of votes there too. And what I found interesting was when I read the comments under that clip that I played there earlier, that you had a lot of people who would identify as UNC who were very critical of the results. And they're saying, okay, big deal, so what? And they want to know, well, when Kamala's stepping down and whatnot, who is going to be the leader of the UNC going into the 2025 general elections? It was very unflattering. And this is on a UNC page. UNC. So, your people still not loving you all, Central. But as again, I said, the only disappointment I had in that by-election yesterday, Bruce, was well, not necessarily yesterday, but the candidate, the PNM candidate, I would have seen in the lead up to the election a number. She would have been posting pictures of her walkabout and so on her Facebook page that she had for the election, right? And most of the time when you look at the pictures, you would have seen she would have just been walking with, it would have just been her and maybe 2 other persons, some cases just her and a guy, right? And I think that, and people need to understand the impact of optics, okay? So that even if there were persons in the district who were inclined to vote for the PNM, if you see the candidate walking with only 1 person or 2 persons, as opposed to when the UNC candidate comes, they have a whole entourage, and the PEP candidate comes and they have a whole entourage. It's demoralizing, right? It is. And I even if you don't have people in that district who support the PNM who would be inclined to walk with the young lady, I think there could have been persons from surrounding districts who are PNM who could have organized to come out and walk with her, right? And that certainly would have lent support. And I think it could have brought out a little more votes because they would have, the people who were saying, there's no chances. Yeah, she have a good following. They don't have to know where these people were from. You see, and that's one of the problems. You can't just take it at face value, all right, but she's in a different district, so what? PNM is PNM. Lend your support. I ain't saying that somebody from Arima or somebody from Port of Spain had to go down there, but you have surrounding districts right there. You have party groups, the PNM are party groups, and one of the things that the PNM has always been noted for is the strength of its election machinery. And I see no reason why party groups, so the PNM have no party groups in Debe South or neighboring districts who could have come out and lend support for the young lady. The same way I live in Arima and I saw that. You tell me PNM people in those surrounding areas didn't see that? Those pictures to say, well, let me go and walk with her today. You see, this is the level of cohesiveness that is required, and PNM people, I don't know how to tell all you again. You see, this fragmentation is the problem, right? The Prime Minister would have announced on Saturday that the PNM is back in the battlefield. But you cannot have one group of soldiers who are so, and the next one so. No, that is not how you fight a war. That is not how you fight a battle. This fragmentation cannot work. When they say hold the line, but if one group running so on, one helter-skelter like headless, come on now, man. It's just somebody from that is you trying to tell me that whoever is the head of the constituency executive down on that side couldn't, because it's not, you would have had somebody who I imagine there's a constituency executive for that whatever constituency that is, penal or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So we're not talking about the district here, we're talking about the entire constituency, whoever is the chairman of the constituency executive. You tell me that individual couldn't see what was taking place there when the woman going out to walk to say, well, all right, people, we need to organize and let go and walk with her and lend that support. This is low-hanging fruit. This is just simple common sense, no one had to call them out on it. That was my only disappointment. Every time I saw those pictures, I was disappointed. I didn't see any pictures from the UNC camp, but I imagine that when the guy was walking, he had probably been walking with an entourage. Because they always tell you that numbers play a role in bringing people out. No, it really didn't work for the UNC. I mean, because they got 1,200 votes less, so people just weren't inspired to go out and vote for them. You know, and then people are disenchanted. After a whole year, that same young man, the Kemraj, right, he would have led a protest calling on the Prime Minister to name the date for that by-election. I remember seeing on CNC3 when they had a protest placard and so on, where they've been without a councillor for so long, and notwithstanding that is a UNC district and whatnot, they need to have a councillor and whatnot, because he had his aspirations. Now, this is the issue the point that I make too. You see, when you choose candidates, it's very important, right? Now, when I contested the election, let me say good morning to the professor from New Jersey. When I contested the election in 2013, so you ever talk about that, so I don't know if you probably don't know about that. Yes, I contested the local government election in 2013 for the ILP. He's only talk about 2015 general election, so I don't know, you probably don't know about that. But anyway, I always make the point, Bruce. Choice of candidate is important, right? You can't just put up anybody, and you don't know their background, because you want to know. The work really starts after election day. So it's not about, we just put up somebody and we're going to vote for them because I'm PNM or UNC as the case may be. It's more than that. Because after the election has come and gone, and you want work done, the work that this person is responsible for, and they're not doing it, you want to come and gripe. Oh, the councillor ain't working, and the MP ain't working, and they ain't doing this and that. Yeah, but did you consider who it is that you were putting up before you went and vote for them? No, you all don't ask them questions. So, don't worry. You have 5 votes in this house, man. Don't worry, you have 10 votes here, sure. You ask the man a question, what is his plans or what are your plans? No. You didn't ask them, you didn't do any background check to see, well, okay. Yeah, don't worry. We ain't really voting for you as the party we voting for. But after the election, now, when the man is working, all of us is, you forget party. It's he, it's she, they ain't doing the work. Now, not to cast any aspersions on the young man, but I know him not that well, because the fact is he's an employee of Guardian Group. He's in fact an insurance agent, right? And I know the company has certain rules and regulations with respect to agents engaging in activities other than what they are contracted to do. Now, if this young man has his duties as an insurance agent, right, which could be a very demanding profession, very, very demanding. And then he has to do his job when he has to go when they have the council, the meeting at the council and so on. And then he has his duties to do as well as to serve his purchases. How is that going to work? So his schedule is going to be extremely packed, right? Because he has responsibilities first and foremost to his employer, contractual responsibilities, right? He has certain quotas to meet and so on, which he must satisfy. So therefore, he can't abandon that to say, well, I'm going to focus all of my time and attention on the district and serving my grievances because he has a job to do, right? And albeit they say that the work of a councillor is not officially a full-time job. It is, in fact, because the needs of your constituents, of your graduates, is not an 8 to 4 thing. So they'll say, well, when we wake up in the morning here, right, we need water. By 4 o'clock, the need for water ends. Or we need the road paved. Or we need this drain clean. That all, you open 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock, you're done. Right? If there's a fire in the area, you have to show up. They expect you to come to the funerals and different things. Right? They expect to see the councillor's face. So how is he going to juggle that? That's not my business. I will drink water for that one. That one is not my business. And that's not him. I just say it. But when it is that your young man is unavailable to give you the level of service that you desire because of other commitments in his life, you complain. Because the UNC, in doing their screening, these are the questions that you need to ask. Right? You need to ensure that this is somebody who can devote significant time, not all of their time, but a significant portion of their time to doing the work of counselor, right? Now, the young man lives in Penal, Bruce, because you have to live in the district.
Yeah.
But his office is in Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street. Yeah. Port of Spain, St. Vincent Street, that is where his office is. You see the distance?
So, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So just that commute alone, when he is required to come to Port of Spain to do whatever business, whatever it is, if he has to submit applications or get stuff from the office, some meetings, whatever it is. That commute alone between Penal, where he lives, they base out, and Port of Spain is a few hours, couple hours well, and then depending on traffic situation and so on. So significant time is lost there too that he could be devoted to. But anyway, as I say, I'm drinking my water and my business time between he and his employer, that nothing to do with me. But they probably ain't get the service all they're looking for. Know why? These are questions that the screening committee was supposed to ask of them. Maybe he could talk about it and he probably pull them. But anyway, yeah. So, I'll repeat them figures there, right? 2019, December 2nd, UNC got 2,859. Last night, they got 1,650. PLM got 103. In December 2019, they got 25. But they had no PEP. I don't think there was any PEP candidates in December 2019. So the PEP man got 175 votes. So Philip gets something to talk about other than the pods in December. Yeah? Well, yeah. Well, I think, I don't know if he, well, he might probably get back a deposit. We go see. Yeah? So, you know, that's the big thing you'll talk about, right? That even the PEP get more votes than the PNM. Now, that is an indictment on the UNC. My UNC district. Okay? But I'll leave that so. Well, before we open the lines, just one more thing I wanted to just again reinforce. And so, I don't know, I saw they have the Taste of Carnival has started, right? So, Friday gone, they would have had a little something Friday night on TV6, the Veterans Calypso. So they had some Calypsonians we've not seen in a while. Sugar Hollows, Luther, Drupati. I don't know, like Drupati had, like she find the fountain of youth by that woman and looking.
For real.
I don't know. Yeah, Drupati, whoever it is your secret shit, you know. All these years, and this woman still looking young as ever. Let's see. But anyway, so that was the first team. I enjoyed it, right? I know Angie enjoyed it too. Morning, Angie. Yes. So it was good to hear some of these to see some of these faces. Bali was there too. Haven't seen Bali in a while. Bali's still out. Yeah. Bali get on there. Yeah. So I think in this coming week, Bruce, we should be seeing some more of the events rolling out. I know Tukwe is supposed to start their stuff on, I think, Friday because they've started calling out their judges. I think the tents start. All the tents, I believe, would be in the gardens by the Queen's Hall. So you have several different tents will be there. So for those of you who are accustomed going to your Calypso tent and so on, yeah. So on Sunday, Bruce, I had to engage the professor from Wall Street, the professor from New Jersey, because he called in. And his argument was that it is racket, that the contractor who got the job to do the pods, that is coincidental that the contractor had all of the materials required to build the pods. Yeah? And then he also called the Saturday show. Yeah, to talk about, he used to work on Wall Street and insider trading, you know, when people know about things in advance and whatnot and stuff. Yeah, Bruce? Yes, so apparently the government had this thing planned a long time, and they call up the contractor and say, here now we're going to have a Tisa Carnival, and we're going to have pods and stuff, and we want to build the pods, we want out of scaffolding, so organize now. Yeah. So this contractor so lotish, right?
Dominic. I don't know if he or anybody has ever seen how these different scaffolding companies have their stuff.
Thank you.
Every single length of pipe,
yes,
is marked with a color to show that these lengths of pipes are the same length.
Yes.
Right? Every cleat, every locking mechanism, even the flooring that they have there,
yes,
would have been something that is in place from a long time, because each and every scaffolding company has whatever they use for flooring, whether they have the locking mechanism platforms, or you have these rust, as they call them, rostrums. So we talking about
Bruce, and he lectures in business management, right? Lectures in business management implies so how that particular contractor knows to have. Bruce, and I made the point on Sunday morning, having worked with the NCC for so long, a lot of the contractors that the NCC use for a lot of things is the same contractors they've been using. Under the PP is the same contractor for catering, hospitality, the contractors who do relighting is the same, because there are different types of procurement options that they could use. And there are procurement options, especially where you're dealing with a time-sensitive situation, right? Where the decision to have a Taste of Carnival would have come somewhere around the middle of January. And you're looking at early February to start your business. You don't have time to go and put to advertise tender for 2 weeks in the newspaper to take it to the end of February, and then spend another 2 weeks to go through these tenders and then pick somebody and engage the contractor. Then the contractor had to come on the job site to watch and see what is what. And I mean, common sense, right? All how I try to explain that to this man Sunday, he insists it's racket, because you see, I pour cold water on his foolish theory and he can't defend it. So let me tell you, it's a racket. Okay? Now, any scaffolding contractor with the salt, Bruce, you know you need to have these things. When you go out there, you're looking for scaffolding and whatnot, you see it, different things. Hey, how I could use this by? There's a new kind of scaffolding. Let me see, remember bring down some of that, because I realized I could use it for this, I could use it for that. I heard one person calling on Saturday and asking if after the Taste of Carnival, if all these metal pipes and so on would be sold for scrap iron.
What?
As if yeah.
You serious?
Yes.
What the hell are you here?
Now the man called back to say that Bruce, he gave a contribution before and then called back. So it's like, I had an aha moment, a light bulb moment. Let me call back and say that's all song bright. I'm like, really?
So
that's the only program you could call on and make a contribution like that. You don't call this one to say something like that. You had to be mad.
Dominic.
So, yeah.
Dominic. These scaffolding companies, right? This is what they do. So they will have material there to do extremely large jobs. And when I say that, I'm talking about like buildings where they need to get scaffolding up the side of the building because whatever work has to be done. And we see it numerous times.
All right. But not only that, Bruce, remember a lot of these, and as I made the point on Sunday, scaffolding now is not just to put up wrong building, to paint and whatnot. A lot of scaffolding is used in all of these fetes and different parties and so on. So that when these contractors who get the job to realize, well, hey, I need to put up this design here and I need to do that and whatnot, and I need, so clearly the traditional scaffolding and I can't work for that. So them going outside there now to look to see, well, what it have that I could use to do this, to set me apart from the rest of contractors who deal in scaffolding.
Let me tell you something. And plenty of these scaffolding companies also invest in trussing, what we call trussing.
Yes.
That is where you see the nice little 4x4 thing going up with the iron cut up and, like little diamonds going up, and you see the guys and them climb up on the stage to fix a light and all these different things. We feel it's similar to that of the song company, whoever is the song company doing the Savannah. and I have an idea, but I'm not going to call a name, but whosoever is the sound company doing the Savannah, they would have things in place that they could do the Savannah. If they get called to do South, they could do South. If they get called to do somewhere in Central, they could do Central. If they get called to do somewhere in Arima, they could do Arima. And these people and them have their things in place. Because you're not going to think, okay, well, if I get a work, I could do this work here. And at the end of the day, if a man call you and say, hey, boy, Dominic, but I like how you do this job, you know, but I have a job I need for you to do, so you tell them, well, you can't do it. No. Yeah. It doesn't work like that. And even so, if you don't have it and you have to outsource, you outsource and you get it, but the next time around, you would not have to outsource because, you know, here we're going on. This is a client that I have here now. So I'm putting things in place. It's the same thing with me and my little business, Dominic. If I have to do Hilton and somebody call me to do somewhere else, are you ready to do somewhere else, you know?
Yeah. Bruce, and the individual lectures in business management. That's what you say, okay? And I can believe that that's the nonsense that you're talking. You don't understand about e-tender, pre-qualification, which is what most businesses do now. They would send out, even before they have any need for goods and services, they do a pre-qualification exercise inviting contractors who do a variety of different things to come forward so we can pre-qualify you and we establish a database of contractors for everything that we need. So that when an opportunity presents itself, if we need to think, we already have people on our database, we just send out an email.
Some companies will sign you on as a vendor with them.
Correct. Because they see your work, you've worked for them before, they know, hey, this is good work, right?
Exactly.
So anytime they have a job, hey, just who's the 3 companies or 4 companies we have on our database for this, just send them an email telling them, we have a job, send them quotations for us now. We don't have time to go and advertise in the newspapers. And he lectures in business management and don't understand that is how the system works. All right. Now, with respect to the contractor, now, as I said, I having worked with the NCC before and so on. Now, I suspect who the contractor is for this, who does the stage and all kind of thing, because these people have they have the weight or the knowledge, right? You're not going to bring some new person who might do something and mess it up. You want experience. Exactly. They have a track record, okay? Right. There are benefits to that. Now, I would have had opportunity was to speak to the owner of this company, and it's not scaffolding was the original business, but they've now branched out, so they have a group of companies that are doing all kind of different things. But I would have sat down one-on-one with this guy and hear him tell me the story of how he started in the business. That what he used to do before working construction and so on, and somebody introduced him to the scaffolding thing, and then he decided to save his money. He took a loan and put in an order for scaffold in Miami, and the person who he was dealing with in Miami shafted him, take his money, and he said he went up Miami with the intention of finding that person and doing something that would have landed him in jail for the rest of his life. That's the mindset that he went there with, right? And as it happened, things work out a different way, and today the individual has a very successful business, right? But let us make allegations of corruption and bubble and racket. Why? Because you have an issue with the Prime Minister, you ask the Prime Minister for something, and he didn't take you on, he paid you no mind. And with the PNM is a wicked and vindictive party. But you're always professing that you are PNM. No, you're not. You're a counterfeit PNM. And if it is, I am saying if I was part of the executive of the PNM, and you keep claiming that, well, I doubt the person. The person shouldn't say I don't think he's a member of the PNM. Probably a supporter. Because if he had a membership card, I would expel you backside a long time. You ain't no PNM. You can't be calling the radio station and making statements like that. Yeah? But it is what it is. Just to put that out there. And you know what got me even more cross, Bruce, on Sunday? The individual kept saying 15 million for the cow pens. 15 million for the cow pens in the Savannah. And I keep saying, it is not $15 million for the Savannah. It's 15 million for 28 events that will be spread across 3 venues. You know, he still insists on talking about 50, misrepresenting the truth. I just told you what the truth is, but you keep repeating the lie. But by repeating it over and over doesn't make it true. But you know what? He understands that there is an audience out there who buy into that foolishness already. Right? Okay. Yes, let me just touch on one quick thing, Bruce, before we open the lines. I saw that there was a big fire in Bamboo last night. Right? Yeah. So some video they were interviewing in Shan Ishmael, and he was talking. I didn't really listen to the whole thing because I knew it was only a matter of time before he would have probably got down to the politics side of it, and I really didn't care to hear that. So he was talking about there being no fire hydrants in the area and whatnot. I don't know. And if that is the case, why do you wait? Why do you wait until there is a disaster, then to come and highlight these issues? Why? So you didn't see the need to have fire hydrants in the area before? You didn't see the need for that? So now we're gonna come and make an issue out of it, right? When 8 or 9 businesses have been destroyed. It's really unfortunate because it's not just only a loss of income, a loss of livelihood, a loss of jobs as well. So in this, as they say, go over season, you're gonna have persons who went home yesterday having a job, and this morning they don't. You have people who closed up shop yesterday with a thriving business, and this morning they don't. You know, so our sympathies goes out to these people. I mean, to rebuild in these times is not easy. I hope they had insurance for their stuff. They might have had for the building. I don't know if they had for the stock. But yeah, we'll see how that develops. I'm sure Mr. Ishmael is going to speak extensively on that tomorrow night on his program and find some way to jab the government. Just remind them that if you're saying there are no fire hydrants or whatever in the area, that didn't happen yesterday. It's not that this administration came in 2015 and say, bring all the fire hydrants in back. Okay? Clearly, it wasn't a priority for you to campaign for that.
But if there's a road you want to go down,
yeah,
why wait till the fire happened to mention that there are no fire hydrants in the area? This is something that you could have picked up a long time ago.
Yeah. But you know, they're not going on rake the member of parliament, Khadija Amin, over the coals. Right? Let us not forget that has been a UNC stronghold for a while, right? It was Prakash Ramada before, now it's Khadija Amin. Between 2010 to 2015, when money was flowing, why didn't you all advocate for fire hydrants? So I wait to hear what Khadija going and say. Let me see how she want to twist this and put it on the government. It should be very easy to turn around and then ask her. So why didn't the People's Partnership do that? Why didn't Prakash Ramada put things in place with respect to that? Because that has been a UNC stronghold for the longest while. So if you want to come and blame the government now, just remember that, Central. That is a UNC stronghold. Because all they like to talk about the PNM stronghold this, and it's most crime and most that PNM. That's a UNC, so clearly it shows you all don't care about your constituencies, you don't care about your strongholds. What are you doing? What are you doing? If it was a PNM constituency, oh God, you would have heard them. Would have heard them. Well, they have nothing to say. You want to criticize the UNC for that. You should open the line.
So guys, you can call us at 342-0081 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Big Bruce, morning, brother.
Morning, my brother. How are you?
Morning, Dominic, man. I hope that you could make a little dust for them little two boys and them day your seasons.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I hope they find somewhere. I see people having parties all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing that. But 10 people are allowed in the place. How they're doing that? Right. They gotta get permission. I hear that I'm stopping and one in a party out in a car park in Gasperillo there. Dominic, boy, morning, boy.
Morning, sir.
I hear parties all over the place. Right, so boy, I hope that you could make a little end. Boy, Dominic.
Yes,
Dominic,
sir.
if I in business, like Dominic, you see me, I don't have time for this kind of small-minded thing. If you're in business, all them years, you in the insurance industry, like I know plenty men, those businesses in the bamboo not insured. Right? That's $1 million industries.
Yes.
Right? So what are they doing with the government? You have to pay premiums every month. You have a business, and especially the Bruce equipment. The Bruce in the DJ business in a serious way. Them things is $1,000. You have to insure it and pay a premium on it. So if it gets stolen or something happen, you give back your money, and so Dominic could guide you in that way. So I didn't want to hear them. Dominic, Bruce, Go on down. It's Peter or Barpo last night. It's not that I want to be right, boy, Dominic, boy. Yeah, life is reality in life, you have to face. Life is one big road with a lot of signs. And I will make up my mind to face reality all the time. Without almost being 25. Foregone conclusion. Mr. Imbot tell you a parliamentarian from Central Bruce. The man is never going to constituency in 5 years and them don't care. And they bring him back with more votes. There's only PNM constitute. Bruce, you think you could get away with it?
Nope.
You think any PNM prime minister, let me be real. I want anybody to be real, because in their presence. You think any PNM prime minister could get away with a helipad in his private residence? Let me real. Let's put aside the race, everybody. You think any PNM prime minister could get away with a helipad in the residence? Your own black people will crucify him, will crucify he or she. So this is the reality, the value system. And Dominic, forget our fella now, brother. That fella tell us suffering from mental illness and have a fixation, that professor with holding on to direct things and direct buildings, and they're always trying to fix broken. And if you see the personal life, the children, nobody don't like them. Because they're selfish, they don't know how to let go, the bitter, the egotistic, the pigeonhole in the thinking. Everything is in a book. They can't think out of the box. And as you challenge them, they start to get personal, they start to get aggressive. So they can't line with nobody. Because they feel, Bruce, we from the West, though. You see, he can cut style and laugh and tell people. Because he put it down. When you say co-pens, where you putting down people as a pack of hurts? You're disrespecting human beings. Philip Alexander, our next statement is that was black people different. Then fellas is passive racist. Why you say Indian people or Chinese people have done that? Everybody's missed that fly over the head. He said that was black people was doing that in the savannah and this and that. Then fellas is passive racist. Professor and them fellas, all the fellow who eating heavy and weighing light. All them fellas trying to do is to keep Lavantil and move up people in the stigma that while you're hungry and while you're get handouts and food and money is priorities of life, and not get up and get. When many Lavantil and move up people have been successful in their lives, who have get up and get and who are educated and successful. Them fellas can't fool me. Professor, I want you to go and make a donation to my brother David Mohammed. He wants to tile his floors. He always try money to throw. He wants to put on porcelain tiles. I pay all that PR for him. Offer him some money to tile his floors. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, yes. Never a dull day. Let's see who's out there. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
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 That guy from America there, he has some kind of building spirit on him, because I don't understand. I can't understand him. I would tell him that the people in the Beetham and Schumacher is hungry people. How you can be always talking about people hungry? That hungry people in Separia, Pinal, all over. So why does they only happen on people from the Beetham and people from Schumacher? They tell them they're hungry. The place on fire with itself. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. I was waiting to hear that one. Yeah.
That is so true. And here the thing, and he continues to push that narrative, right, Bruce? So he would have put up on his post yesterday on Facebook. How could the TNT PM, Dr. KCR, hold a meeting in Lavantil and not one word about the sewer stands facing poor, black, disadvantaged people in Bhutan? He continues to speak that nastiness and that negativity unto the people of Bhutan as if nothing good could come. That's all. When you think of Bhutan, he is ensuring that all people see when they hear the term Bhutan and Lavantil is poor, black, disadvantaged people. So you have people like Kareem Marcel. And there was a hypocrisy in it. He made a claim on Saturday that the last time the Prime Minister went to Lavantil was in 2011, right? And I called him out on that on Sunday morning and he had to apologize for it. He forgot about the pools. But yet still, when the second pool was open, he made sure he put up a post congratulating Kareem Marcel and some of the stuff that he did. I think he had gotten some contract, whatever it is. What is preventing the other young black disadvantaged youth in Laventilla and Beetham or wherever it is from doing what Kareem was selling? And Kareem living in Beetham? How is it that he was able to accomplish what he did? But you don't talk about that. You wouldn't focus on that and amplify that. You're only talking about black disadvantaged, as he call us, say they're people hungry and they're starving. So you continue to project that image. So when people hear Beetham, Sealots, all they thinking is poor, black, disadvantaged, hungry people.
What are they, Dominic? Caller, good morning.
I'm just said morning.
Hey, morning, Sovereign Trace, morning.
Morning to Dominic.
Morning.
Listeners and callers, all who any live. Now, Dr. Rowley, do not engage the union. They have no ideas. They have no business plan, nothing. If you want advice, come to me about Wassa. I could show you what's going on. In Wassa is a mismanagement problem, and you must get rid of bad management. The contracts, stop all contracts for the next 3 years. Let Wassa workers do all these works in repairing leaks and whatever. Stop all contracts. There is money. Mr. Finance Minister, Mr. Kazim, and Dr. Rowley, you see the CPEP, don't touch CPEP. Let all CPEP workers work. You know we are to touch all those special purpose company, close them down, get rid of them, bring back everything into the ministry, stop all contracts. Dr. Rowley, thank you very much, Bruce and Dominic.
Thank you.
Interesting.
So we have about a minute and 20 seconds before we go to the break. Let me see. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Concerning that incident on the sea, the mother who lost her baby on Dolan sister, but did she know the risk she was taking when she was coming here? They're saying all kind of things last night. These people that take anything and put in politics. They never care about this country. There's a disgrace to this country. Leave it there for now. According to my partner, I'll leave it there for now because you have to go to your break. I hope I get in later on.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Good morning, King.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, Dominic, we have a few seconds again before we go to the break.
I saw the PM put out something yesterday, I think, where he said that Roger called him a liar with respect to the claim he made on Saturday that he had invited them to be shareholders in the new company, Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited. Yeah, so you see how that goes.
All right. Well, guys, we'll be right back. Keep it locked to the Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. We'll be back.
Last year was raw and commerce non-stop. When time to hire the next top cop, a man shout, what is this? Bring back the meritless. You can't throw it out because I on top. We fight, little push and pull. Your rights to say I disrespectful. It had its origins by a pool in Westmoreland, and how I respond when you're talking bull. So said Double G, that's his claim. But let's add another G to his name, cause he loves us, how he is the best, better than the rest, how he clean up tongue, mash all them cockroach down. So all who feel that he ain't ready yet, Double G is a triple threat. Is to hear him, he make crime decrease, raining them road police. talk about blows for the commission. Their demise was not a blissful one. One member without fail copied Gigi their email. Soon all of them was under the gun. The president get touch in the rush. Who intervene when she tell them hush? This is not a fish market. My visit's a top secret. She wasn't weak, no, she didn't blush. But silly Triple G, he did not withdraw. What you think that letter G stands for? Yes, he loves to see him strut and pose. How they have him like burros. He ready for all of them. Rhoda, Riot, and Dini's red. All who call his name now in big bribery. He said that is just a nasty conspiracy. Is to hear him? Is he ring the bell? Or calling the FUL? Leaders of every poll. His mouth they cannot control. How he's the most popular man in this country. That is why they all afraid the Triple G. Lord, I say in G. We need more cup and not less robes. I am the top cup, you can't summon me. But so they chop on the Triple G. Gee, this guy is garrulous. Vanity like Narcissus. Heaven will help all of us. When will his mouth stop? Wonder what he gives a damn. Like he parrot bam bam. But on him the door Islam. Cause he loved to don't talk about soccer. His son is a superstar. All the big clubs in Europe lining up to sign him up. So he don't really care what La Sana say. That youth sure is the next Pele. It's to hear him. Oh, no matter what, he is a true patriot. If they don't bring him back, his hands still red, white and black. So though the court case collapsed entirely, that won't deter the Triple G. Lord, I say in G. We need more cup and much less showbiz. I am the top cup, you can't summon me. But still, they cut down the Triple G. Some say he have top cup to banker and unfit to be the commissioner. He has Narcissus syndrome. The chickens now coming home. In his house he must have endless mirror. This man is too in love with himself. Needs to pack his ego up on a shelf. Someone to see him try. Say one sentence without I. Cause he feels it's his way or nothing else. Tell civilian Gigi, please relax and chill. He won't begin high power until he started dotage. How he finish first. Cause he train up in Sandhurst. Long time he served in Trinidad. Youngest officer we ever had. Trinidad no, from north to south. Triple G is a motor mount. Who can help but not up without 10. Trying to Destiny's red. He cannot desist and cease from playing Facebook police. So now mark his name down in history. Carry gallery Griffith or Triple G. I said saying G. We need more cup and much less showbiz. I am the top cup, you can't summon me. Triple G. It's glamour and gallery. G. It's called get pop, yes, without that fizz. Somebody please tell the Triple G. He better drink some humility. G. It's called get pop, yes, without that fizz. Somebody please tell the Triple G. Drink some humility. G. It's called get pop, yes, without that fizz. Somebody please tell the Triple G. He better drink some humility.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Are you ready to experience real luxury? Then it's time to drive in style with the new luxury ride scratch game from NLCB. This is your chance to win one of 3 BMW 2 Series Grand Coupes with 1 year free insurance. You can also win up to $100,000 in cash prizes. Get your new luxury ride ticket at any NLCB lottery center and drive in style with your new luxury ride today. Players must be 18 years and older. Please play responsibly.
There's a new taste in town. Maracas Bake and Shark at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook brings you bake and shark, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloo pies, and delectable sauces to tease your taste buds. Walk in, order with food drop, or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shark. Need catering? No problem. Call or email tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all the delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town. Corner of Roberts and Rosalino Streets. See you soon.
Tune into the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday for the program Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going with Steve Antoine as regards to land space for the celebration of Emancipation Day every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk on the Street 919 FM.
Introducing the new and improved Digicel Plus Smart Home. Complete home control right from your phone. Enjoy amazing upgrades, new stylish design, and easier to install wireless cameras. Automatic home and away arming and disarming. One-touch home automations. Easily integrate with Google, Alexa, or Apple. And full color night vision. Sign up now for 50% off installation and 20% off for 6 months. Get smart home now at digicelgroup.com. Digicel, better together.
Deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from food stuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I can buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools. Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend, man?
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the Street 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the Street 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko San Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of February 7th, 2022 stands at new positive cases 573, total active cases 20,609. Total recovered patients, 91,767. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present, 115,843. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Tasha, running.
Hey yo, Tasha. This music's so sweet. Look what you do. Look what you do. Look what you do. If you play your cards, that could be you. You're moving your ways, speaking your truth. Hey, speak it like. When I throw it back, it's back to the roots. Straight back, yeah. When last you feel this type of way. At last we find the remedy.
So welcome back on the inside. Just a bit of quick information for you. There's something for everyone at Lowlands Mall Tobago, where you and your entire family can enjoy a safe and superior shopping experience. All of our favorite stores and service outlets are open and ready for your visit. Plus, don't forget the delicious choices at the food court. All COVID-19 protocols continue to be in place for the safety of all visitors to the mall. And remember, no mask, no entry. Visit Tobago's #1 family destination today. Lowlands Mall Tobago, with comfortable air-conditioned shopping and lots of secure parking. Tell your friends and family, Lowlands Mall Tobago is open and ready for your visit. There's a new taste in town, Maracas Bacon Shack at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook. Brings you bake and shark, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloe pies, and delectable sauces to taste your taste buds. Your taste buds, Lord Father. Walk-in order with food, drop or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shark. Need catering? No problem. You can email us at tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all the delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town. Corner of Robert and Rosalino Streets in Woodbrook. See you soon. Straight from the airport, straight into FET. Win flight and accommodation to Miami Carnival. Free groceries or Digicel services for a year. No time like now to celebrate Carnival with Digicel. Buy a Prime bundle or visit digiceltt.com for more ways to win. Digicel, better together this Carnival. Shop now at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances on 3 Charlotte Street and 41 Independence Square. New City Mall. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Our opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Join Pastor Kelvin, Harry Narayan and friends for the Way, the Truth, the Life radio ministry program. The Church of Life Ministry, live on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 6:05 p.m. to 7 p.m. For further information, you can contact 686-3845 or 349-5178 or 342-7303. Value Optical. At Value Optical, any day of the week is a great day to get better vision. Whether you're 18 or 80, we have just the right solution to your eye care need. Ask about everyday in-store bundles like our Young Star and Young at Heart offers that provide eyeglasses that fit your prescription and wallet. You can get complete eyeglasses from as low as $695. The latest technologies with fast 2-day delivery available only at Value Optical. Expert care for your eyes. Join Dr. Livet right here on the Street 909 FM every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of health and wellness in a program that's sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livet rather than diet, Dr. Livet has transformed a number of lives nationwide. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livet's on the Street 909 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live. For more information, you can call 638-9437. The deals are at Eastside Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores at Eastside Plaza. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out Eastside Plaza, number 32 Charlotte Street. For all your hardware building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand, don't forget PowerMaster Optimal Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488. And this is all at Johnny Q, number 15 Arpit Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago, off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 632s. And you can tune into the Street 909 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life. The health store being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp us at 309-4697 or 620-9379. Yes, Dominic. So, what happened to my camera?
Yeah, well, that's why one day you get shot.
Holy. Look at my crosses. I need to realize I know. Partner, do new thing, boy.
Hey.
Hey. So the lines are open. Let me see.
Before we open back the lines, have you heard Destra's new song?
Which one?
The raunchy one.
You say a new song. One of our.
But I never heard that song before. I know that is a new song.
No, it's a new song, but it out a little while. But the first person to alert me to that is one of our listeners here, and she was like, Bruce, what kind of song is that playing on the radio? So I said, I don't know. I'm not hearing the radio presently. I say, who sing this song? A lady sing this song, and she's singing something about liquor. And I said, but I don't know this song. I say, okay. When I did my my investiquiring, I came upon this song.
What's all about that song?
It was a little while now. When I say that, a little while, it could have been somewhere in December, late December, coming into the new year, somewhere around there. So
yeah, well, I'm not surprised that I haven't heard it before, Bruce. I don't know if it is that DJs are afraid to play that, radio stations are afraid to play that song.
Radio stations playing that?
No, I heard it yesterday on 100. And I was extremely surprised that 100 played that song.
Well,
when that is a conservative station. I ain't knocking the song, I'm just saying. I mean, if you could have put, may I say, pornography into words, that is that song. Lord Father, hey.
Now, mind you, the song it is suggestive.
It's suggestive, nah, man. You're being kind.
No, I like this song. I mind you, it has been played here on numerous occasions. Me personally, I haven't played it as yet, and I am sure our online viewers, listeners who listen to the radio station via their radios, via the internet, would love to hear who haven't heard the song as yet. They would love. I know they would love to hear it.
Bruce, when I hear that song yesterday, it's like the whole time I'm just like, oh, what is just here? What trouble is this? Nah.
Boy, I like to tell you the song. Yeah, boy. People just
whoever write that song, take the time and they study that. Yeah, boy.
Guys. But Dominic, what remind you about that song this hour, boy?
No, I said yesterday when I heard it, I said I had to bring that to your attention. No, but that's to tell you, I couldn't believe it when I heard that, and there is a station too that was playing it. I say if I heard that maybe on Boom Champions or probably it on Slam or one of them, I expect these stations to play that, right? And again, I'm not knocking Destra, yeah, but oh gosh, boy.
Yeah, big tune, eh?
Yeah, big tune.
From
Yeah.
From a beautiful lady. And the name of this Destra is and she has a video for it, huh?
Serious?
Yeah, Special Delight is the name of the song. Is off of the Boat Cruise rhythm.
Okay.
And the whole rhythm nice, you know.
Who else on that?
Oh, boy. Tesha on it as well. Patrice is on it as well. Lexi. Yeah, those are the folks that are on that rhythm.
Wow.
Good morning,
but to be honest with you, I don't really care to hear it again, right? I'm just saying.
Well, too late. The way how you talk about it, people have started requesting it already. So what we will do is, in the little time that we take after the show to play the little music for you guys, I will play it. Because the lady that called me concerning the song, she was like, this hour in the morning? And that was after our show, eh?
Yeah. Way, boy.
Oh, gosh. The song is a nice song. I like it. Destra, good morning, darling. Oh, good. So, guys, the lines are open, so you can call us.
That's not to mash up marriage. I'm telling you.
And the ladies in our kitchen making sweets.
Ah, okay.
The video is. I will try to find the video.
Yeah,
I'll try to find the video. Let's see who's out there. Caller, good morning.
Morning again, gentlemen.
Morning, my brother. Morning.
Morning, sir.
My brother, you are curious, you know. And that's why you're talking about it. So, guys, I don't know if you're going to play that. How do you hear it? I'm gone. So, let's put it on Bobby Sauce, Carol, Jenny, my carrier. Well, I have a chance for a while. And you know I'm going to go back to the battle. The spice are bad. And the whole to the Titans who on abroad. Blessed morning. I say what I hear this show. That's all.
Yeah, man.
Let me say good morning to Jenny. I saw Jenny fighting the good fight yesterday on Travis Road with her placard.
Okay.
One woman protest outside, I think, the Ministry of Youth Development, I think it was. So, morning, Jen.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Uncle Bruce, how are you doing, man?
Hey, I did cool, my brother. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good by God's grace.
Nice,
Uncle Dominic.
Morning, sir. Morning.
Right, I'm not saying properly, but let me make my contribution. Uncle Dominic,
yes,
I want to talk to Central, and I want you to remind him. I wonder if, the main man is Mr. Philip Alexander. I wonder if Cabinet had approved the $10 million that the female Prime Minister that we had did pay a man to lift up to throw a basketball into a hoop. I wonder if the money that she got to take her grandson to Brazil, where Brazil lost the first World Cup match home in Brazil on the ground. First time in history it happened. I wonder if the Cabinet did approve that money to go up there. And also the approval of the money for her sister to be her nurse, to carry her wherever until it was a parliament debate and she had to stop the sister from going as her nurse, was to tell her what dress to wear and when to take her tablets and when to drink water or whatever the other substance is. I wonder if that was approved and she fall along in India on the statue that Jack wanna talk about. These are things Central and Philip Alexander should ask and stop asking questions. Mr. Wall Street, I tired talk to you. You're not the only person that live in America. Plenty of us, including me. And I always tell you about Utica and Eastern Parkway. Go there, you're going to see how many poor, homeless, born Americans living there. And you know why I'm telling you to go there? Because there is where you always jump up for Labor Day. And Utica is one of the high points and hot spots in Brooklyn on Labor Day. Do that and forget about Trinidad and Tobago because you're living in New Jersey for 40 years, you only spent 18 years in Trinidad. And stop talking about the buildings and the buildings and the buildings. You leave and come home and fix them or tell Mr. Biden to go and see about the poor people in America. Come on.
Dominic, I'm again gangster here, you know. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
The listeners of this station, 91.9. Well, I wake up a little late this morning, and I have a concern, right? Well, I wake up a little late. I didn't hear all the stuff that you all were talking about, but I have a little concern. When I look at the news, and I put it on the television, and a particular Spanish lady say, the people, she have a list of all the people who was coming on the boat, right? Before even any one of us in Trinidad here, we didn't even know if a boat coming. We didn't even know what is what and what and what. But you come on TV and say you have a list with the names of all the people. My concern is, are you involved in the human trafficking trade? I would like the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, and all the relevant individuals take a look into that. Because we don't know what is happening here. But yet you come on TV and say you have a list of the names of the people who come in on the boat before the boat even reach here. That woman should be arrested. Have a blessed day, everybody.
Thank you.
I heard that too, and that stood out for me when she said that she had a list of all the people, the names of everybody who was on the paper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I end up with all this. Where you get all this from?
That's why I wonder.
How they acquired all this?
Yeah.
You have a list of the names of illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Right. And decide
the
to
leader
come.
The opposition, all she focusing on is the Coast Guard officers shooter bill. Right? Yeah. The killer child. Okay.
Papa, yo. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning again, Bruce and Dominic. What I want to talk about is, I'll forget the first time. The issue with Ansel Roger and the Prime Minister. Dominic, I listened to Ansel Roger yesterday refuting what the Prime Minister said, and he was in a very someone a different tone. Right? The Prime Minister came out and said that there was no correspondence, emails or hard copy, but Stuart Young was the one that was told to invite him to the meeting. From here on, I would like the Prime Minister to understand that we in an adversarial, lying society, the politics is dirty. And from here on, corresponding emails, right, do things in a proper way, because you can't trust the opposition forces now. You know, correspond in a proper way by emails, letters, and stuff like that. So we'll have a paper trail. But Ansel Roger Dominic didn't respond about the offer that was given to them to buy shares into the new company and also to be shareholders. So I like the Prime Minister in going forward here and all the ministers, because as Watson Duke told us, Labour leaders don't lie, trade union leaders don't lie. It's only politicians that lie, and only Labour leaders who want to be politicians that lie. Them don't lie. Right? So I hope from going forward here and to end. Dominic, don't worry. Where's the guy name? It's a Miss Guardian in the company insurance industry. I'm not calling no company name. In the insurance industry, went down in South down there, Pinal Barrackport. Because I even take one down. Don't worry, Dominic. That community, the community down there is going to circle him, and they're going to buy a lot of annuity plans from him and a lot of policies. Yes. So the people in the executive level go say, boy, don't worry, you're meeting your bottom line, money coming in, so we don't really need to see you. So long as you're achieving your bottom line and bringing clients into we industry, which is the main goal, we cool, and that is the strength of the community. Because Dominic, they put in a stake, Dominic and Bruce, in case the forecast change down the road. And that is the difference with them community and we community. And that is why people could build helipad in the private residence, and they pretend that they don't know and they do business, but no PNM Prime Minister or no person looking like me, you and Dominic could do that. We politically hang him, or he or she. Only take care. Don't worry about him, Dominic. He's safe.
Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Hey, morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic. Boy, it's hard to get into this morning, but it's hot and thing. Here, the caller before that concerning the lady saying that she has a list. Go to the head of the class. Because I don't know if people caught that message. And I have been watching that lady co-care for the longest while. These so-called freedom fighters for immigrants and these NGOs protecting immigrants. You know what all they say, that crime is a business? And this illegal trade of migrants is a business too. So I think maybe the authorities should probably zoom on her. And if there's any impropriety with her, I think this lady should be deported. Whether she's a crystal ball lady or not. And tell me something, this lady, didn't she was on the canvas side of the ILP? Dominic?
What?
Dominic? This lady, wasn't she canvassing for the ILP?
Yes, she was. Yes.
She was. So basically, she used to be a PPP supporter. And she jumped at Jack Warner. Correct?
Yeah, yes.
So basically, she's back in the fold of the yellow side.
I wouldn't know.
So I think that is the person that we should be watching Kokiai. She probably has a slip of the tongue. Or you could have a list of people coming in illegally. And I hope the authorities zoom on her and question her. Right? And next thing too, considering what's going on in DB, Dominic, I can understand how you're feeling. But let me tell you something. You can't change the leopard. You can't change the spots on a leopard. Those people vote in a certain way. You could jump high, you could jump low. PNM could bring 100 people, 200 people that canvass to the lady. It's not at the same time, but them people is yellow to the core. No matter what, no matter how they jump high, they see Kamala Persasa as some sort of goddess. Right? Them don't care if they spit on. Remember, one of their masterminds left the country a couple of days ago. They threw him up and spit on, and he had to find greener grass in Canada. Right, Dominic?
Yeah.
Right? There's no hope for him in the party, so he had to leave. He do his dirty work already. Right? And all they had to deal with them so-called bloggers, them so-called trolls, like George Wilson, Nat Turner, and that other quank from Tobago, Ashford Legaton. These fellas are too disrespectful, man. Right? Don't let them people upset all their boys. Some of these trolls need to be blocked. But that lady from Venezuela, they need to investigate her. You have a good day.
Yeah, man.
Let me just respond to Mr. George Wilson. I have never been a member or a part of the United National Congress. I would never be a part of the United National Congress, not even if they pay me 10 million, 100 million. I'm not interested in being a part of that party. Hence the reason I always refer to it as a basket of deplorables. All right? So just putting that out there, Mr. Wilson.
Caller, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Dominic. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning. That same woman called Cena, whatever her name is, I think time enough for the authorities in Trinidad and Tobago to look into that woman. It's not the first or the second time she keeps coming out. Every time something on the seas with these illegal immigrants coming through the back door, she always said she have a list. How she getting the list of names before the people even reach here? Is she part of the club that is organizing these illegal backdoor trips? Along with a certain lawyer, what is her name? Something Mohammed. You should know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Because at one time she said also she had a list when something happened out there. She came out and said she had a list too. So she and Yesina always having a list of these people that is coming through the back door. How are they getting this? It's time enough for the legal authorities to look into this one. She's always trying to bring down our government here in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's time for this nonsense to stop. They cannot say, do those things where coming to Trinidad and Tobago and try to do what you cannot do with Maduro. Time enough for this to stop. And as for CAC and her, United National of Clowns. That is what the UN stands for. Always coming out to stop. They're just waiting to hear a pin drop and they make an issue out of it. Was she on the CG? She was on the boat? Huh? Was she on the boat? She knew what happened? They just read an article from the famous writer. There's something around the ass or whatever he or she name is. But I know something like that is filming. And they just run with it. And just talking about crap in people. Jesus Christ, just give people a break now. We're fed up at them now. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Dominic, the boat was rammed more than once, eh?
It was what?
Rammed more than once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So don't worry, the report coming.
Yeah.
The report coming. So we'll see. So guys, are ready to play this song. This song for you. Let me just take this call before I do that. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning, mother.
Morning.
Yes, I'm tired.
Oh gosh.
Anyhow, let me talk to you. The lady who said he had a list, she had a list. The police are selecting say something. And I hope she does get now to find the list and to get the list and work with it. I am wondering to know if the boat belongs to her, or if she does take the boat, or if she in company with the boat when they bring these people. Another thing, yesterday I was trying to tell her to come in back to the phone get him. Let me talk with her later and get you quick. I hope you understand me. When member of parliament are supposed to meet the union people, I want to tell her they were not going to take any part in it. And they don't know anything what to do right to help the workers in the right way. All they know about is to march and work them out, and some people following them. Another man who called Tumakak or something, oh yeah, calling it, because every day we know when he calls a Tumakak, they talk about. and that shows sign of senility. So I'm wondering to know if he can get in this morning, because I know that is the only thing to talk about. And I think he just talked just before this lady, and he mentioned about life, and he told us what life is like. And I have another version about life also, and I will say not long. Life is like a road. It has its straight and it has its bend. When it reaches the bend, you have to know how to maneuver to get out from the bend. Okay? So that is simple what life is like also. It's like a road. So everything going good for you right now, and then when you're ready, a little just come, and then you find that you know how to get out of it. But I hope the police is on the trail with that lady who says she has the list.
Yeah.
And because they tell us if you know something, say something. And then now it's on the air, so let's do something. I hope so. Or else it makes sense to tell us if you know something, say something. Okay, then. Bye.
Thank you. Yes, folks. So I'm going to play a song by Destra. It's called Special Delight. It's off the
Bruce, go brave.
The Boat Cruise Rhythm. Oh gosh. And I ask that we all keep an open mind. I like the song. And if you watch the video, she's making cake for a guy. And the guy is eating the cake, so down by a table eating a cake. Right? So.
Yeah. The system. Bacchanal, talk about pressure. Talk about pressure. Talk about pressure. When I get them. Walk out, no blesser. Too expensive, no zessa. Some man dive in and swim whole day just to find this treasure. Say you want it. Special delight. I know what you like. Lick. Man, lick them lips like sugar down there. Taste so good, you want lime down there. Night and day, every night and day. Sweet girl, hot girl, good up girl. Give them the up girl. Them men go all way up. Eat it up, way up. Eat it down there. Eat it up. Don't forget to breathe, darling. Way up. Eat it up, way up. Eat it down there. Eat it up. Don't forget to breathe. Man say it tastes like pineapple, shape like camel toe. Take your time and paddle through. One taste, man, gone crazy. Cause when it's tight and clean and ready for go in, man, lips still in between. After this workout, you go get protein. I know you gonna get up clean. Just say you want it. Special delight. I know what you like. Lick. Man, lick them lips like sugar down there.
Yes, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Oh gosh. Your man talking about a cake that she baked for somebody, yeah? Right. Don't get all your minds twisted. If you go on YouTube and you watch the video, you will see she's baking a cake.
So I'm confused. When she said the cake down there, he eating the cake on the floor?
Well, she rested on the table. She was on the counter. She was on the table. The counter had on the table.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I can't wait with me, you know.
It tastes like pineapple. I'm confused. So well, if it's a pineapple cake, you make it must taste like that.
Pineapple cake, good.
But I didn't know cake used to give you protein. But anyway, let me ask them out. Let me ask them out. I'm gonna drink my water. Anyway.
The ingredients of the cake have protein in it.
And he licking the cake too? Okay. Well, all right.
Well, but he's eating with a fork, so you know after the remains of the cake, you know. Oh gosh, well, yes, father. Eyeliner, it.
GBA yourself.
The song just it's on the borderline.
That ain't no borderline, pal.
Dominic, don't be like that. The song on the borderline, and right on the line, it ain't cross over yet. The song ain't cross over yet. It right on the it right there. It maintain order. Feel like cake, feel like cake.
She puts Paro to shape there, right?
Oh gosh. Destra, my dear, good morning to you. I hope you are enjoying the carnival season this year, my friend. Oh Lordy. Dominic, I bad for my Destra, you know. I don't let it be careful, you know. Yeah.
DJ Bruce Wayne, you know Destra love you.
Bad for my Destra, let it be careful.
Defend your friend.
Bad for my Destra, you know. Careful, let it be careful. Be careful. Oh gosh. Caller, good morning. Hey, go on. Caller, good morning.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
Gentlemen, I find law enforcement in this country is weak.
Caller, hardly hearing you.
Okay. The law enforcement in this country is very weak.
Okay.
Right? The law is weak. This psychic woman from Venezuela, she said she have a list of every name that comes across internet. And nobody in this country, in authority, pick up on this woman. Nobody any question her. And she just keep talking. Minister of National Security. Something have to be done. Acting Commissioner of Police. Something have to be done. Somebody have to question this woman.
Yep.
She's speaking too much. She have a list and nobody has pick up on her. Something is wrong. Good program, gentlemen.
Thank you, man. Take care. Well, we wait to see. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
Yes, I mean, I saw the infant died, but I want everybody who complain and who have the word to say, jump on a period and enter Venezuelan water and see how good the Guayana National will treat you.
Is it, huh?
See how anyone, I would challenge anybody because I had in contact with them already. You could face it with Guayana National. Long before you see them, let me see you. Them up on you in 5 minutes with a big boat with one center guns point at you and you alone. So anyway, I'm glad the infant died, but the idea. There was breaking the law in our waters, and there was I can't remember sure. So what you want to say us to do? They could have only take action. But people who never even put on a uniform, they never even put on a Cub Scout uniform. They are all kind of listening. Now what I'm going to jump on up here right now, and just head southeast, and pass Saldana Rock. And go in and wait for Guayana Nationals to come and see how nice they go treat you. Because a lot of people talking that crap all day on that. They just want to jump on the bandwagon. There was breaking the law in our country. There was coming illegally. You would swear they had a passport about the cross the waters. There was breaking the law. Like people forget that. The law that was breaking. Then we are in this country again, you know. So they can just come here and do your one. I don't understand these people. At the end of the day, this same woman who seems to know everything, I don't know how police implement the shit because in any other country, she long look up, long time. But anyhow, and before I go, I try something. Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
How one person does one election, right? In Tobago, you win election, but why other Abercrombie Street in Port of Spain, Trinidad? You can understand that mystery. You win an election over there. You have no business here, so you're clean. But if I have an Abercrombie Street, Port of Spain, I got a feeling because I don't know what you're doing here. Anyhow, I'll start listening.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce, Dominic.
Morning.
Charo. Yeah. Morning, Bruce and Dominic. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of breaches that vessels from Venezuela have breached right? First of all, trying to ram a patrol vessel out on the water. That is a serious breach. Now we are entering the Trinidad waters illegally. That is another breach. You know, but the people and them, they did the work. You were given orders to stop. We have failed to do it, and all these things. So I welcome the probe, so we could find out and pass the information on to the defense of the Guardian National and those people and them across there, you know, so they would know and probably educated people and not taking that chance to come to Trinidad illegally. But what this lady is trying to say, Gonzalez, whoever she is, she has to be very careful, and I'll warn her to be careful of breaching any serious law in Trinidad and Tobago, because you're becoming a menace. And I will be the first to go and march around the Red House for you to go back when you're there, because you're encouraging a problem for the Venezuelans and for us. Trinidad and Tobago could fit into Venezuela about 15 times. Venezuela could fit into Trinidad. Venezuela would sink Trinidad. We have to manage that. We already have a system to allow Venezuelans to come to Trinidad and work. You understand? And get a little health care and whatever they would need while they're here working. But that's not really want to call for. Here this one, Dominic. I totally have no tolerance anymore for fellas like Ansel Roger and these old labor leaders and them. This man he's in charge of a union, and the government is calling on him because there's a serious issue in one of the state companies to sit down around a table and discuss the matter at hand. And he is making serious allegations. I want to know between Saturday and when he pays the media on Monday, if the minister didn't get a chance to really pen a letter and send it to you or pick up the phone to call you yet, because the minister also has to get a team to sit down on the table with you. It wasn't, thing yet, but you would have heard it on the thing there, so you lash out. And then yesterday you're making serious comments about Tobago and election. That's your business. You're not a politician, sir. You're supposed to be seeing about the business of the workers. There's a serious problem with WASA, and WASA is losing money. WASA isn't just losing money, but WASA is in bankruptcy. How are you going to help with workers and the company going forward from today? And then coming back with this dotish nonsense that has proven wrong with Petrochin and sending workers and shut down Petrochin. All this other rubbish this man talking around the table. When, as a union leader, you're supposed to be talking about workers' business. How to save the job, or how to save the company first to create the jobs. What is your part? What are you going to do? Ask workers in Wasa to take pay cuts so we can have more workers stay on? Or to work about, let me say, we're going to cut 15% of the Wasa workforce? What is these people and then what does the union take into this matter? I don't want to hear nothing about no election in Tobago and sort of nonsense. I keep saying the union leaders is workers' worst enemy. Not the union. We need the union, but the union leaders. Too many times you see these people and them getting big contracts, personal contracts. I just had to ask myself, what is the deal you making with politicians? These big contracts and them should have gone to the union to strengthen the union. So when workers and them in little distress, we could turn to the union to get loans borrowed from our union because they have a savings and they could lend us at very low interest rates. But they're not doing that. They're grabbing contracts from the government, from some crooked ministers and those sort of things and keeping these monies for themselves and making millionaires out of themselves. And I'm very angry and upset about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Guys, for those of you that I have little work for, you can call me later on today. You could call me about lunchtime today so we can make our different arrangements. You all know what I'm speaking about.
But just to add to what the caller said there just now, I remind people, remember, there is a live that Mr. Duke did where he said, tell them if they come for Wasa, prepare the morgue. Prepare the morgue, because there will be bodies. Remember that? All right. Leave us, don't touch us, leave us just as it is. Yeah?
Caller, good morning.
Dominican Bruce, let me ask this question. These infant chips who talking about the postcard and what they did and the excessive force, did they ever take time of wonder what if that plug had some sort of a weapon on it and fired upon those Coast Guard people and they got injured or killed? You don't know what they had for it, right? It's only when the incident happened they had done somebody. The authorities are giving you a warning, telling you to stop you trying to rush, right, to capsize the water. And when I fire myself to defend my people and myself, you coming out here. You see, we have some people in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what breed of people, I don't know what manner of people, what they go through these people brain. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. You sit down in Parliament every day. Oh, the borders for us. This, that. You come and you put things in place to fight the coastal areas, and you still complain. Things happen now. We have the authorities, they're now defending our borders. Right? And you come into you're not even defending your country. Look who you're defending. Huh? People who are doing things illegally come into our country. Those are the people you talk for. I tell you, I don't understand the kind of people we have in this place, boy, and some of the people calling themselves opposition leaders. Opposition for who? For Maduro? Look, I just for this whole situation, yes? Look, the most I could say, these authorities, you're out there to defend us, defend the potential. Who vex? It's sorry, this thing has to happen with the child. But the child is to blame on the parents of that child and for the people on the boat and for the people who are organizing this illegal trip. Those are the people to blame for the little child, not the Coast Guard or the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Well said, Cole.
Yeah. Dominic, we have just about a minute again before we get out of here. So, any closing comments?
Well, again, I couldn't agree more with the caller, and I find I will end as I started. Kamala Persad as the so-called Prime Minister in waiting, is very, very irresponsible to cast aspersions and to basically convict these Coast Guard officers who go out there night after night to risk their lives to do the very thing that they've been calling for the longest while, which is to protect the borders, and the borders porous, and the borders porous, and now they're doing their work. You don't know what happened, right? But you're already using this now to call for the Minister of National Security to resign. But as I said, when the final report comes out, and if it is that the Coast Guard officers are found not to be culpable, I wait to hear what it is that she's going to say.
So guys, it was a pleasure being in your company. It was a pleasure having you in ours. And Dominic, as we say, ciao.
Ciao.
Talk to you guys tomorrow. Please God, we are out of here.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full glow